Oh, she has another quest for me?
Gosh, look at all the great stuff I got.
What's it like to have a stall here? It's real inspiring to run a stall in the same town as Donald's Uncle Scrooge. He's a savvy customer and an even savvier businessman. Yeah, he's awesome. Yep, I hope someday I'm as good at business as he is. He's taught me a lot about how to run his stall. He's even got a motto. Let me see if I can remember it. He says you gotta be smarter than the smarties. And you gotta be tougher than the toughies. And you gotta make your money square. That's it. That's what Uncle Scrooge always says. Nice remembering, pal.
Works for me.
Did we talk to Donald? Yeah, he asked me about who is a better something entertainer.
Hello, dear.
Well, I've translated some parts of Scrooge's Sun Scroll, thanks to your minor contribution. What did it say? Tragically, it doesn't have all the answers I hoped. It merely points towards the next step in finding the Sunstone and restoring the Great Willow. It goes on and on about power and magic, blah, 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 but then it says that the remaining clues lie in a cave in the valley, and only the fire from an item called the Sunlight Torch can reveal them. Is there anything special about them? We must have 3 of them, 1 for each milestone of the day, dawn, midday, and sunset. You'll need some magic sap to act as a combustible, but I've already gotten that for you. And don't worry your cute little head about the recipe. I have it right here. You'll also need to find some gemstones, citrines, aquamarines, and garnets to symbolize the milestones of the day. Once you have all that, craft the sunlight torches and come back straight to me. Now shoo.
Good. Now you'll always know to listen to Mother.
Gosh dang it. Okay, we gotta do some mining. Oh, I have a lot of junk in my inventory. Let's go put the, let's see how much fiber I can make while I'm putting everything away. Most of it's food. Alright, we need 45 softwood, which is easy. We have that. 60 fiber. Let's see how much we can make really fast. Well, I have fiber. I have, like 2 probably. Yeah. So we can make 30. Okay. And then we just have a lot of... We need to get more seaweed. How you doing, Shadowy? And some... the gems. So we can bring Mr. McDuck with us. What do you want to talk to me about?
Greetings, neighbor.
Loch Ness monsters! I'm furious. Listen to this. Some shifty octopus woman is making dodgy deals with my potential clients. Now, if I know octopuses, and I don't really, she'll be hiding by the water. Would you keep an eye on her? I cannot abide hucksters of any kind. Sounds bad, but I can help.
Oh.
That's the spirit. We'll expose the fiend, or my name isn't Scrooge McDuck. Here's the plan. You go ask her for a catfish. They're very common in the village waters. Then we'll see what she wants in exchange. I'm sure she'll try to extort you, so let me know what she says.
Bye-bye.
Will you leave
Good day
Ursula
to you.
alone? What is Ursula really doing? Alright, I can't... Oh, I pressed the
Bye-bye
wrong
now.
button. Let's hang out.
Bye-bye.
Come on, Mr. McDuck. Alright. Garnet, aquamarine... Oh, gosh. Garnet, aquamarine, and citrine. So garnets are usually over here. Oops. We didn't get any. Let's see if there's any here. Lurking, chilling, doing pointless things for reasons I can't explain. Aren't we all? You know, the important thing about doing pointless things is that you're happy, that you're having a good time, you're relaxed, you're not putting too much pressure on yourself to doing things that are quote unquote productive just because productiveness is what society thinks is important. Productiveness is not what's important. Topaz is not what's important. What's important is that we are happy, healthy, and enjoying life to the fullest, you know? That's what's important. Let's see. If the pointless things bring you joy, then they're not really pointless. They're joy bringing. Now, if the pointless things aren't bringing you joy, that's a whole nother situation that you're going to have to figure out on your own. But as long as they're making you happy, then there's nothing you should be worrying about. We sure are getting a lot of rocks and not that many gems. I hear Wally. There he goes, cute little bean. Where are all the gems? Jeez Louise. Well, up here is emeralds, but considering I got topaz when I thought I was gonna get garnets, I might as well take a look at what's over here. Oh boy, an emerald. Almost like I knew that. Oh, I got a Knockmarine. Nice. And another emerald. The emeralds are coming on strong. Oh, well. I have no stamina. So we're gonna go to my house really quick. Hello, Mr. Raccoon. Poor Mr. McDuck running to keep up with me. Okay. Let's keep going. It's all mapping out characters that I'm never going to use anyway. Writing is pain. Now, you know, here's the thing about writing, right? Writing takes a lot of effort. And mapping out characters also takes a great deal of effort. Now, while I myself, Kizzy, have never written out characters before, I think writing out characters definitely brings a certain sort of joy, even if you never actually use the characters, because you're still getting the benefits of like being a writer and using all those creative juices that are flowing inside your brain. Like character building, world building, those sorts of things, they have their own benefits even if they never practically get used. It's making sure that you never lose that creative side of you. And also mapping out characters in and of itself just helps you feel more satisfied in that it's not something that's gonna stay in your head forever. There's a lot of people, especially creative people, who like get ideas for something, but instead of like putting pen to paper, they just let it live in their brain, and then it like takes over their mind, and it never properly goes anywhere. And there's something very satisfying about just having it on paper in the first place, because it's not something that's like eating away at you. It's something that's sort of been taken care of because all the information is available if you ever want to go back to it. But you never have to. I think the bad thing about keeping things in your brain is that the potential to forget it is always there, and that's what begins to worry us, and we become hyper fixated on it because it's in our brain. But by getting it out, you're making room for other things. I'm almost out of inventory space again, which isn't very great. I mean, not inventory space, stamina. You like GTA RP because of the story building? I think a lot of people lately have been really into, I mean, as a member of Los Santos myself, a lot of people have actually been hearing a lot about, this Red Dead RP. A lot of people have been real interested in, you know, cowboys and things like that. Ooh. Well, okay, so I have all the citrine that I need. I don't have... Oh, he wants a carrot. I don't have any carrots on me. I don't have any carrots. Run away. Just keep walking. Don't get distracted by the bunny rabbit. Donald, why are you in front of my house? It's past his bedtime, and that's why he's in my house. I guess he's not in my house. He's outside of my house. Do you miss playing Kizzy? I am Kizzy. What do you mean? I just want to do a Chronicles of Darkness game. One of our DMs said he was reading the books because fuck it, why not? I don't know what Chronicles of Darkness is. Oh, I should have gotten some carrots. The rabbit's still dancing. Is that an aquamarine? No. This is peridot. Well, I have a ton of peridot if anyone ever needs peridot. No pixel. Los Santos definitely has its benefits, right? So, in Los Santos, there's good and bad situations. You know, there are some times I miss... Sometimes I miss being a psychologist, right? Being able to help people work through the experiences, work through their family histories and the trauma that they've experienced, and trying to get them to better the relationships that they are currently trying to build. That's something that's really important to me. I want people to feel comfortable in their relationships and help them move on past the things that they hyper focus on that isn't good for them. But the problem with Los Santos specifically is that people don't move on. There's a lot of times where you can try very hard to get a person to let go of some very difficult emotional damage that they've been through. And I'm not saying that every person has to be cured of trauma within seconds, you know. People, mostly what I wanted to see as a psychologist was people making an effort to be a better person. And there are some people who definitely did that I worked with. You know, Jesse Skid, for example, I was able to work with him because he wanted to be good. He always had the intention of doing the right thing, doing what he thought was best for the community at large. The problem with Jesse Skid is that he wasn't in a place where he was able to have the rational thought required for that to happen. He was plagued by his own darkness. He was plagued by a very bad sort of mental health situation. For those of you who don't know, Jesse Skid had schizophrenia, and it was a very bad case of schizophrenia. Schizophrenia comes in many different shapes and sizes and difficulties. And Jesse Skid was on a very bad end of the spectrum, right? It was very hard for him to... There were moments of clarity that he had where he was able to focus and he knew what was right and what was wrong, and he had the trust in me and of the people who cared about him to be able to look past his delusions and hallucinations. But there were also a lot of people who he shouldn't have trusted who were taking advantage of him. And that's kind of how life goes. You know, I couldn't babysit him as much as I tried every single day of my life. I couldn't babysit him 100% of the time, but I really enjoyed my time with Jesse Skid because I could see that I was helping even if it wasn't working 100% of the time. I could feel like I was helping even if things weren't on paper getting better. In several cases, on paper, were getting worse. However, there are a lot of bad things in Los Santos where no matter how much you help, the person just will not get better no matter how many times you try. And there doesn't seem to be any way to improve and move forward. And when that's happening, when a person can't get better because they don't want to get better, they don't want the help, and all of the blame is getting put on your shoulders and the shoulders of the department that you work for, and it makes it all difficult. It's hard. It's hard to continue wanting to go to work every day and wanting to be in the same city where you're taking all the blame for things that you have no control over. Being a psychologist is a difficult job. And there's a lot of difficult patients involved. And you can always kind of tell with the first session whether or not someone actually wants help or wants someone to talk to. Or what. And those sort of people, like I knew from the very first time that Jesse Skid talked to me that he wanted help with something. He didn't necessarily want psychological help. He wanted help. He wanted someone who would listen to him about his fears. Not in a psychology sort of way, but in a friendship sort of way. And that's kind of how we had to move forward with Jesse. But there are some people who are court-ordered to see a therapist who think that there's nothing wrong, and there's never any way that those people are going to be able to receive your help. Now, sometimes court-ordered therapy, I think it worked out maybe once or twice, but it most of the time it didn't. And it just made things a lot more difficult because then the law came into play and the state looked on us very harshly for not being able to accomplish things that were nearly impossible. So I don't know. I think I am right in escaping Los Santos for my own mental health. I don't go back there anymore. And that's probably for the best. I found love in RP, especially in cop stuff. Now I have a doctor, and I still really want to do therapy RP, but it's a lot of work. But I started to rekindle the story building side, especially doing detective reports. I don't trust cops. In Los Santos especially, I don't think the cops had my best interest at heart. A lot of the time, when it came to cops and things like police-ordered therapy or having the police call psychologists down, it was kind of a power trip. Like, sometimes it was, we don't know what to do with this person, please talk to them and let me know that they're crazy so that I don't have to deal with them anymore. Or, we know that this person's crazy, you can't tell us that they're not crazy, do something about it now. In 2 seconds so that it's all better, and it was very difficult to be with cops who were sort of in that mindset. Of course I don't have any space. Why would I have any space in my inventory? Okay, well, I'll come back for that. Let's go drop some stuff off.
Oh, greetings, neighbor. Bye-bye now.
I RP'd as a doctor on Space Station 13. Not a lot of mental problem RP. Oh, updated World of Darkness. The splats are vaguely balanced. Closer together, bare minimum. You can have a changeling, a werewolf, a human, and a vampire in the same campaign and it won't completely shatter. Okay. I RP'd as a doctor on Space Station 13. Not a lot of mental problem RP, but at least the mechanic aggressively supported everything else because people would come in with dead lungs, liver, pancreas, and stomach at the same time. Oh my goodness. I think it's what still steers me away from NP Public or Whitelist. I know Ducky is over on New Day. How you doing, Smasher? Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, I've tried going to different parts of Los Santos. I've seen Ducky in several places, but you know, I think that part of my life is probably just behind me, and that's something that I accept. Do I still need these? No. Did I not tell you to go home?
Good day to you.
Bye, let's hang out later.
Oh.
Gonna look for a bit. Alright, enjoy. Dang old people challenging the HOS with the smoker trait and a hyperpancreas to smoke off in a drinking game. Oh dear. Alright, let's get some seaweed real fast. Hello, Merlin. Nice of you to join me on this adventure. Oh, well, that's a bass. Don't like that. I want seaweed. Seaweed? Oh, goodness. That's still a bass. Okay. We might have to go down to the sea. Well, Doofy's did the perfect cast. Oh, except I distracted him. Oh, well, now I'm out of, of energy. Perfect. 3 sunlight torches. And then we go back to Mother Gothel. Let's drop the fish. And the softwood. And the fiber, except I don't have any room for fiber. Oh. All right. All right. Hello, Mother Gothel.
Over here.
Oh, I knew my favorite little helper would have my sunlight torches in almost no time. Now someone who can use Dreamlight magic must go to the bottom of the mystical cave. There you'll find the pedestal of the sun. Place the sunlight torches on it. Then something will happen. I'm sure it won't be dangerous to me. Sounds easy enough. Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that. No matter what happens, I want to know. Bring me evidence of whatever you find down there.
Good. Now you'll always know to listen to Mother.
Okay. We'll stop by Goofy's stall and sell him. Oh good, he's done fishing. Let's ask him to come over and help and sell from us. I didn't want to interrupt him.
Howdy.
All right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, back out. There wasn't really a good way to take a picture of that. Oh, interesting. I kind of like that. She's still at her house? Yeah. Looks like she's walking up. Oh my goodness. What if I go this way? Will I cut her off? Alright, we flanked her. We did good. I'll talk to
A
Merlin.
little help, if you would. What a pleasure.
You're back! And with proof! Now let me see it. Well, these are going to make more than a quick glance to decipher.
yes.
Run along, I'll call for you when my research is complete, and I need more manual labor done.
Finally.
Alright. What's bad for business? Make a deal with Ursula. Okay. Ursula? Convenient. She's right here. Oh. She knew I wanted to talk to her.